In Samsung's last Unpacked event, when they refreshed the Galaxy A series of smartphones, we have the Galaxy A33 5G as well. I think on paper, the Galaxy A33 5G got the biggest upgrade out of the three, and it has a lot of similarities with the Galaxy A53 5G, at least on paper. But with a significant price gap between the Galaxy A33 and A53, what's the difference? Should you just get the Galaxy A53 instead of this, or the other way around? We'll answer all of that question while highlighting some of the differences we found between the Galaxy A33 and A53. So let's begin. Let's start off with the design and the build quality at the same time. The Galaxy A33 5G comes with the same color as the Galaxy A53, and the one that we have here is the new peach color, which is again very reminiscent of the Galaxy S20 FE, and I'm not complaining here because it looks really magnificent. The overall build quality though is where the first difference is found. You see, the Galaxy A53 and the Galaxy A73 has a shiny metallic frame around the phone, but when you look at the Galaxy A33, it's using a matte frame instead. So when I found this, I was curious and knocked on the frame with my fingernail, and then I found out that the Galaxy A33 is using a plastic frame. I really don't think that's a problem after all, because the phone is still rigid and I honestly didn't find any difference in terms of performance and thermals while testing the Galaxy A33 5G, because the results are identical with the Galaxy A53 5G. And yeah, let's talk about performance now. The Galaxy A33, as we have said earlier, it comes with the same Exynos 1280 chipset and 8GB of RAM like the Galaxy A53. I tried Genshin Impact on both of these phones, and you can check out our gaming videos at the top right corner there or in the description below. Both of them perform identically. Even the thermals are identical as well, which is why I said it doesn't matter if it's using a plastic frame or a metal frame. What might matter to you though is the display. The Galaxy A33 5G is using a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED screen with a resolution of 2400 by 1080, but it can only go up to 90Hz refresh rate instead of 120Hz on the Galaxy A53 and A73. This phone is also using an Infinity U notch instead of the tiny circular cutout at the front, which I have no idea why Samsung decided to do so. There are other more superficial things that Samsung removed as well on the Galaxy A33, like AOD or Always On display is not available here. That is a feature that you might want to use, so I thought that's just something to highlight because I don't use AOD at all, so it doesn't matter to me. The bottom bezel of this phone though is also not symmetrical because it is much thicker than all the other sides. Truth to be told, it's a little bit more ergonomic since the bottom part of the screen is much more easier to reach with my thumb, but it doesn't look nice. Yeah. And by the way, there's also no factory applied screen protector as well, so you need to be careful with the phone when you unbox it. But at the end of the day, the Galaxy A33 still has a magnificent display. We took out our colorimeter and found out that it covers 100% of sRGB and 98.97% of DCI-P3 color gamuts, while also retaining a very low delta E number. That's good, and it proves that Samsung didn't skimp on the display quality on the Galaxy A33. However, the maximum brightness of this phone here is slightly below 400 nits of brightness. It's still going to be fine, but you will need to use it under the shade when you're outdoors on a super sunny day. So yeah. And now for the cameras. The Galaxy A33 5G also comes with 4 different cameras, and just like many other mid-range smartphones nowadays, only 2 of the cameras are usable. But one of the biggest upgrades though is the main camera's lens. It now has OIS. And yeah, the main and ultra-wide cameras both take fantastic pictures even on a super gloomy day. It's just very pleasant to use overall, and I don't have any complaints about the cameras. The night shots might be a little bit noisy, but it's a lot better than any other smartphones on this price range. As for the software, the Galaxy A33 5G comes with the full Samsung One UI experience as well. So we have the latest One UI 4.1 with Android 12, and everything that you enjoy on the flagships are also available here in terms of software and the ecosystem features, of course. All of my favorite features like Samsung Pay, H panel, Bixby routines are available on the Galaxy A33 too. Plus, one of the biggest upgrades on the Galaxy A33 5G is getting 4 generations of Android upgrades with 5 years of security patches. That immediately crowned the Galaxy A33 5G as the cheapest smartphone to have the longest software support, beating out every other smartphone brand in terms of years of software support, and that is if Samsung delivers. I believe that they will, because throughout the years of using Samsung phones, I find that their timely updates for the past 3 years has been really good. Good track record. And for the battery life, the 5000 mAh battery inside the Galaxy A33 5G can last for about 11.5 hours, which makes sense since this phone is smaller and also has a lower refresh rate than the Galaxy A53, which is why it lasts slightly longer. And for the charging time, this phone can go up to 25 watts of fast wired charging, and again, the box is so thin and small, so there's no charger inside, which is why we use the Ugreen 100-watt SCAN charger, and it can reach from 15 to 100% in, again, 90 minutes, which is the same as the Galaxy A53 and A73 as well, and they all support the same 25 watts of fast charging. And a few more quick things to mention about this phone here. Number one, it still has the microSD card slot even though it's a combo slot, and we do not have the audio jack anymore. However, the Galaxy A33 got another big upgrade, which is the IP67 rating, which is not found on the Galaxy A32, so that's a huge leap in terms of improvement. And so, in conclusion, I think out of all the 3 phones, as in the Galaxy A33, 53 and 73, this phone, the Galaxy A33, got the biggest upgrade over the last generation. The 3 biggest upgrades being the OIS on the main camera, IP67 rating, and also the software support policy that matches its flagship counterparts. At the price of 1,499 ringgit, I still think it's a bit steep, but it's a price worth paying for. I think that if you don't really mind the particular details about refresh rate, having the most megapixel count, then the Galaxy A33 5G is actually a really solid phone. So yeah, that's it. That's all we have to share with you about this phone. I'm really loving what kind of value this phone offers. So yeah, we see you guys in the next video.